So, let's talk about how countries fight. Forget the big tanks and the dramatic movie speeches for a second. A lot of the time, modern fights are economic. It's like a passive-aggressive roommate situation on a global scale. One country says, "I'm not talking to you," and then freezes another country's bank accounts. They slap on something called sanctions, which is basically putting a country in financial timeout. The goal is to squeeze their economy so hard they have to change their behavior. For decades, this system has been run by a few big players, mainly the United States and its allies, because they control the major highways of international money. The US dollar is the king, the queen, and the entire royal court of global finance. But now there's a new character that's just walked onto the stage wearing a hoodie and sunglasses, and nobody's quite sure what to make of it. That character is cryptocurrency. Think of it as digital money that isn't owned or controlled by any single bank or government. It's the wild child of the financial world. While traditional money flows through well-guarded channels that can be easily monitored and blocked, crypto moves through a decentralized network. It's like the difference between sending a letter through the official post office, where it can be opened and inspected, versus using a secret network of carrier pigeons that don't answer to any postmaster general. This has completely changed the rules of the game. Suddenly the old playbook for economic pressure seems a little outdated. It's like trying to ground a teenager who has their own car and a secret credit card. You can say you can't use our banking system, and a country might just turn around and say, "That's cute, we'll use Bitcoin." This isn't just a theoretical idea anymore. We are living in a time, right now in 2026, where digital currencies are becoming a real tool in geopolitical conflicts. They offer a lifeline for countries cut off from the global economy, allowing them to buy things, sell things, and keep the lights on, all while bypassing the traditional financial gatekeepers. This is the new frontier of economic warfare. This whole situation creates a fascinating and slightly terrifying dynamic. On one hand, you have the established powers trying to hold on to the controls of the global financial system. They're the ones who built the house and set the rules. On the other hand, you have nations and groups using crypto as a financial escape hatch, a way to operate outside of those rules. It's a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, played with digital wallets and blockchain transactions instead of spies and secret agents. The question is no longer if crypto will play a role in global conflicts, but how big that role will become, and who will ultimately benefit from this new economic weapon. So, how does this actually work? How does a country use something as nerdy as cryptocurrency to dodge a superpower's economic knockout punch? It all comes down to how crypto is built. Traditional money, like your dollars or euros, lives in banks. When you send money to another country, it hops between several banks, all of which are connected to a central system like SWIFT. This system is like the air traffic control for global finance. If the United States wants to sanction a country, they can just tell SWIFT, "Hey, don't let any planes from that country land or take off." Suddenly, that country is grounded, unable to make or receive international payments easily. Cryptocurrency, on the other hand, doesn't have an air traffic controller. It operates on something called a blockchain, which is like a public record book that is shared across thousands of computers worldwide. When someone sends Bitcoin, the transaction is recorded in this book, but there's no central authority to approve or deny it. It's peer-to-peer. This means a sanctioned country can create a digital wallet and receive payments from anyone, anywhere in the world, without needing permission from a bank in New York or London. They can sell their oil, for example, and get paid in Ethereum directly, completely bypassing the entire traditional banking blockade. Furthermore, countries can get even smarter about this. They can set up their own state-controlled mining operations. Crypto mining is the process of using powerful computers to solve complex math problems to verify transactions and create new coins. By doing this, a country can basically print its own foreign currency, a digital one, that has value on the global market. They can then use these freshly mined coins to purchase goods and services from other countries or companies that are willing to accept crypto. It's like being kicked out of the casino, but having a machine in your basement that prints perfectly valid casino chips. This creates a brand new economic lane for sanctioned states. They can engage in trade with other nations that are also looking to reduce their dependence on the US dollar, or with private companies that are more interested in profit than politics. Transactions can be made more anonymously, making it harder for international watchdogs to track the flow of money. It's a powerful tool for economic survival. A country can keep its economy from completely collapsing by creating these parallel financial systems. This ability to operate in the shadows of the global financial system is precisely why crypto is being called a new type of weapon in these economic conflicts. This isn't just some science fiction movie plot. We've seen this play out in the real world. One of the clearest examples has been Russia, following the heavy sanctions imposed after its invasion of Ukraine. Faced with being cut off from large parts of the global financial system, there was a significant surge in crypto activity. It became a channel for moving money across borders when traditional methods were blocked. Wealthy individuals used it to move their assets out of the country to avoid having them frozen, while the state itself explored it as a way to conduct international trade for key resources like energy. It was a real-time stress test for crypto as a sanction evasion tool. On the other side of that same conflict, Ukraine also showed the world how crypto could be used, but they used it in a completely different way. The Ukrainian government turned to cryptocurrency for fundraising. They posted official crypto wallet addresses on social media, and within weeks, they had raised tens of millions of dollars in donations from people all over the globe. This money was used to purchase vital supplies for their army and humanitarian aid for their citizens. It was faster than traditional international aid, which can get tied up in bureaucracy. It showed that crypto isn't just a tool for sanctioned states, but also a powerful way for people to directly support a cause they believe in. Beyond Europe, we've seen similar trends. For years, countries like North Korea have allegedly used state-sponsored hacking groups to steal cryptocurrency from exchanges and individuals. This stolen digital cash is then laundered and used to fund its weapons programs, providing a crucial source of income for a regime that is almost completely isolated from the world economy. It's a darker side of the story, showing how the anonymity of crypto can be exploited for more sinister purposes. It's a digital bank heist on a national scale, helping to keep a sanctioned government afloat when all other doors have been slammed shut in its face. Even countries not in active military conflict, like Venezuela, have experimented with this. Facing hyperinflation and crippling US sanctions, the Venezuelan government launched its own cryptocurrency, the Petro, which was supposedly backed by the country's oil reserves. While the Petro itself was largely a failure and not widely adopted, the attempt itself was significant. It was a clear signal that governments are actively looking for ways to create their own digital currencies to break free from the dominance of the dollar and the reach of sanctions. It was a playbook that, while clumsy in its first attempt, is likely to be studied and refined by others. So, what does all this mean for the future? It's clear that using crypto in conflicts is a double-edged sword. For citizens living in a sanctioned country, it can be a lifeline. It can help them preserve their savings when their national currency is collapsing or allow them to receive money from relatives abroad. Small businesses can use it to buy essential imports and keep operating. In this sense, crypto can soften the blow of sanctions, which often hurt ordinary people the most. It offers a degree of financial freedom and resilience when the state and the international community have failed them. It's a tool for survival. But for governments, the risks are huge. The very thing that makes crypto useful for dodging sanctions, its lack of regulation, also makes it incredibly volatile and unstable. The value of Bitcoin or Ethereum can swing wildly in a single day. A country trying to base its national treasury on such a volatile asset is taking a massive gamble. Furthermore, relying on crypto opens the door to hacking, scams, and money laundering on a massive scale. It's a chaotic and often lawless environment, and trying to run a national economy on it is like trying to build a house on an earthquake fault line. It might stand for a while, but you're always one shake away from disaster. This trend is almost certain to grow. As geopolitical tensions continue to rise and more countries find themselves on the receiving end of economic pressure, the incentive to find alternative financial systems will only get stronger. We are likely to see more governments not only using existing cryptocurrencies, but also accelerating the development of their own central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. These would be state-controlled digital versions of their own money, designed to offer the efficiency of crypto, but with the stability and control of a traditional currency, creating a new battlefield in the global economic landscape. Ultimately, the rise of crypto as a tool in economic conflict marks a fundamental shift in the nature of global power. The monopoly that a few nations held over the world's financial plumbing is being challenged. While the US dollar is not going to be replaced overnight, its undisputed reign is facing its first serious technological challenger. This will force governments to rethink how sanctions work and how they project power. The economic wars of the future won't just be fought in boardrooms and banks, they'll be fought on the blockchain, one digital transaction at a time. And that's a show we'll all be watching.